Go ahead, Dev.
Hey, welcome to Beautiful Lies and Ugly Truths. I'm your co-host. I wasn't expecting to start this shit. Yeah, right. Just do it over here. Hey, this is Beautiful Lies and Ugly Truth. Welcome. We got two special guests here today. If we can swing this camera over here. I got my man Stephen McGill in the building and Ronald Campbell. They are the authors of this lovely title here. I'm sorry, let me get that real quick. The Electrifying Adventures of Mr. Powers, Volume 1. See that? So we're going to talk to him, get to know him, and figure out what happened with this book, the whole origin, and how him and Ronald got met up. To my right, if you guys didn't know, Mr. New York himself, Yannis Ocean G right there.
What up? How about
defending Brooklyn to the fullest.
It feels like the whole New York in general. Yeah, it's been all over.
Is he from Harlem?
Yes.
Harlem. Yeah, Harlem.
And our birthday's the same day.
That is the
That's right.
Queens, Bronx. Don't forget the Bronx. BX. Yeah. Oh,
shout out to Don McKay who defends the Top Score Arena. So it's just,
God damn.
Let's keep it there.
So many bad spots in the city. Shit. Gotta go back to New York and visit some of them. You know what? The whole Bronx is a dump. Let's put that out there now. I stayed there.
It has been there.
I stayed there around Valentine's Day. Went to go see the Knicks game.
It's not the old Bronx, though. It's not the old Bronx.
Yeah.
That niggas couldn't survive.
It looked like the old Bronx. Like there's been nothing updated over there. It looked like abandoned part of Emerson Avenue.
Everything is gentrification is coming around everybody. You know, they just starting off in Harlem.
Gentrification
and everything. Yes. But we're not gonna get on that right now. I'm not trying to sidetrack. Now, I want to talk about my man Stephen McGill's book. I brought him here, and I want to hear about it because I'm liking the cover. The cover looks like me. That's for one.
Is that what it is?
I know, it look like me.
Right there?
Minus the goatee and shit. I ain't got that.
Right.
But you know, I can see his waves and everything. So I'm going to turn the camera to my man Steve, and he's just going to explain how he got started with even making the books and everything.
Yeah, well, I mean, basically, the first thing I did is I got 3 kids. And,
shit. I got 2. No, I understand.
Yeah. Well, one will be 1 next month. So,
Sir, I'm so sorry for you right now, sir. I know you love your kids, but Jesus,
you
got a 1-year-old.
I wrote it, I had 2.
Yeah, 2. Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, cool.
All right, so you can Photoshop him in later. Go ahead.
But basically, what I noticed is all of the books I read to my daughter and everything, and books that I used to read to my son. There's not a lot of books with people that look like us,
right?
Talk like us. So that was one of the first things that made me write it. But the second thing, it's based off of a single dad that's a superhero. And I was a single father before. So what I noticed from my personal experiences, it was people wasn't really shouting out single fathers. People didn't even know that there were single fathers.
Right.
They still don't.
Yeah, man, it's crazy because I had people telling me oh, well, you keep him just Saturday and Sunday, right? I said, no, he lives with me.
Yeah, man, they don't understand that.
He's been with me since Monday. On Sunday.
I wish he was only here on the weekends.
He had been with me since he was 3 months old.
Yeah.
So it was that was normal for me, but it wasn't it was crazy for other people. So I figured just from my experiences with that, just to kind of start to get that out there and get people to see that there are single black fathers out here and they doing their thing and they don't get enough credit. So
goddamn right.
Looking at that and the need for people that look like us in the book, I was just let's put these 2 things together.
I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I think one of the things is the part of you don't get enough credit. And that's like a double-edged sword because on one hand, you're right, there's no recognition for the single black father. But then the flip side is, why do you want recognition for doing something that you're supposed to do anyway? Because I guess we're talking in terms of it's probably geographical, rural versus urban and everything, because these are kind of the talks in the hood. The kind of talks in the hood because we're not used to seeing fathers by themselves doing that thing. Now, I'm not going to lie. Whenever I know a few single fathers, and they're only single fathers for 2 reasons. One, either the mother is no longer with them, deceased,
right,
or she's really it took a lot for them to get their kids by themselves because the mother just wasn't suitable at all for it. So it's those are the 2 outlets that it seems that black people get. That's what we get. We're only allowed to do these things only because of these extreme circumstances, things like that. So, question, was that one of the cases? Why
it was similar.
Similar? Okay.
one thing I will say is it's got completely better since then. So
Shouts
out to her. Like,
Shouts out.
She does her thing now,
Right.
and it was a long process, but definitely shout out to her because she does her thing.
You know, the best thing is the fact that, because my thing is this: people want to have times where things just might not be. Sometimes we look at a situation in terms of fathering and just being a parent, and people will be like, "Oh, the mother's just automatically going to be there." It's not always the case. Some people just aren't ready. Like I think, as a man, we automatically think that okay, women, they're going to be prepared for kids. As soon as they come, they won't crack under pressure. I think we're more thinking of ourselves like, yo, what am I going to do? We sweating the palms like everything. I'm saying you got 3 kids, so now you're a pro now by your 3rd one, but your 1st one, you like that. Am I going to be able to do the right thing? I'm making enough money. Am I going to be such and such? These questions arise, but then when the situation comes, you're the one that's like, whoa, he's the one that got it together. So I think that needs to be put out there too, because this is not about bashing the woman. It's the fact that there's no handbook. There's no handbook into saying who's going to be the better parent, and it's not a competition. You see what I'm saying? So everything you're doing with this book and everything, that's just great for me. I want you to continue to tell us more about the book, because I'm going to be showing them, but I want you to get into where you come up with the characters, the inspiration behind it, outside of the fact you just told us that they don't look like us.
Right.
So,
well, as far as the characters go, it's kind of like loosely based on myself and my son and my daughter. So I based the characters off of them.
Right.
And what I did is I just kind of gave Ron the idea as far as, making them look like almost like a picture of what me and my kids look like.
Yeah.
But with the characters, like I said, it's just loosely based. So it's not a, hey, my daughter go and tell people, hey, this is me in the book, because it's not really her, but it's based off of her.
Right.
But the thing is, with the characters, what I wanted to do was just give people kind of like a storyline to follow that they would really be going through in their everyday life.
Right.
And as far as like how I wrote the book, what I did is I made sure that I based it off of things that kids will go through in their everyday experiences.
Right.
Like stuff that they might come across in school, whether it be a bully, peer pressure, things like that. So I write those themes in the book, but it's kind of like medicine in the candy. So it's like I put it in whereas kids not really thinking that they learning, but by the end of the story, they realize, okay, well, this is what happened, and this is what I could do, if this situation comes to me in real life. And what I do at the end is I kind of like wrap it up and restate it. It's a PowerPoint at the end of every book. And it just basically gives kind of like the moral of the story. Whereas if somebody didn't catch it per se, then
spell it out for
you. Basically spell it out for you.
I like the fact that you said the part where you was like, make it look like they're not really learning, because that's a key ingredient. It's almost kind of like that trick that parents will do, where they might put a certain food and put a little flavor and something in it, because they know if they just give it to them raw as it is, they're like, I'm going to have to force this down this kid's throat, this, that, and the third. But if you put it across the kids in a certain way, but it's kind of like, this is educational, I'm actually reading, but somehow just don't feel like I'm reading.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like kids associate like reading with work, school, and the last thing it seems that most kids want to do in the summertime is read a book. It seems like, and as crazy as that sounds, but it's like you would think, you try to keep the education and the learning going throughout the summer months. But we all know in the summertime hits, brains get shut off, they're in play mode. So for you to put it that way, that was another way. But I'm looking at the illustrations and stuff, so I definitely want to talk to Wanda over here, because
Mr. Campbell.
Yeah, because I can't draw it all.
Right, I just want to break
If you want Stickman, I'm your man. If you want some colorful stuff, go to my man Ronald Campbell. Let's see what So how did you get involved, other than Steve calling you up? Like, have you always been doing this kind of work, or just helping people out this kind of way?
I've always been into art. I've always drawn. I guess you can say I started taking it serious again, maybe like 08, 09. I worked with a clothing brand. We got that back off, and it spun off into me doing my own stuff. And then word got around, we got a mutual friend as well, his Steve, that I drew. Steve got at me, and then that's how it started.
So question. So would you just because me and Diamond always had this argument. Well, we always laugh and joke about engineers working with whack rappers.
Okay.
This is like the engineers, you know, they're in the booth. They're paid to, you know, have the levels, and they're not really there to critique the actual artist. But we always joke that they be behind the big thick glass. Like, this dude is terrible, right. But he's paying us. He's paying us. So, do you take that approach, like when, like if somebody have you drawing some stuff and they just kind of you looking like this kind of goes against what I really would do, but the check is the check or whatever. So,
no, I haven't come across that yet. I haven't been doing it that long, and I tend to think that. It's got to be a way, even if it's a bad idea, it's a good way to execute it. At least so I'll feel good about
never say no, right?
The work that I put out there, you know what I'm saying? So I would never like say, oh my God, it's a terrible idea. I might help them make their idea better, you know what I'm saying? I think part of being an artist is being able to conceptualize things. And when you can help somebody make a better concept of their idea, and then it lends to it being better output. So
spoken like a true artist.
So where can we go to get this? Because I told you this is not promotional. I'm keeping it.
Yeah, this is mine.
This will be.
I'm going to go read this to my children tomorrow.
I don't know. I gotta wait a few months, but I gotta hear that yet. But
breaking news. Breaking news. Yeah, right.
Yes. So where can they go to purchase these books?
You can go on our website. It's Team TEAM Powers without the O. It's PWRS.com. That's teampwrs.com. And it's also on Amazon. You could go on Amazon.
Amazon is everything.
Yeah, definitely. And if you
probably didn't even have to call Amazon. They just came and got your shit from you, right? I need in on this.
I had to set it up.
You had to set it up?
But it worked.
Yo, Bezos is everywhere.
But if you search Mr. Powers' book
okay.
in the search bar, it's like one of the first and second things that'll pop up.
All right.
One of those two outlets. But also, like on our website, we've got like merchandise. We did some T-shirts. We're doing some new ones, and we got stickers and stuff for the kids and little giveaways.
Little merch.
Yeah, definitely.
There's an origin story on there as well.
About some backstory.
So,
how we got his powers and all that. Was that in the book?
Sure.
Was that in the book? We gotta go to the site.
It's online.
Bonus feature. Go to the site. Find out how Mr. Powers got his powers.
Get some free reading.
Right.
So, are there any more books in this collection?
Yeah. Well, this is volume 1. Okay. I started writing volume 2.
All right.
And I'm pretty much like I've got solid ideas for the next 7 books after that.
All right.
That's good.
So Mr. Powers, the cartoon series is coming soon.
So you just started this?
Yeah, well, I wrote it in January of 2015. It was finished. I finished writing it in June of 2015. And then
the whole year later? Or 2 years later?
Yeah.
Process of, doing everything else. But we officially released it on, what was that, April 21st?
April
21st.
Day of my daughter's birthday. So now you get this book, baby. It's coming to you.
Happy belated.
Mr. Powers, happy belated to you guys as well. The anniversary of this book.
Once again, we'll be telling you where to purchase the book and everything. Go on Amazon a little later on in the show. Like to thank our guests, Stephen McGill, Ronald Campbell, for coming through.
Before they go, where can they find you on social media?
Oh, yes.
Well, I'm Stephen Has Powers, and that's STEPHEN Has Powers, and that's on Instagram. Be More Slick on Twitter. I couldn't switch it over.
This is a young shit first. I'm a slick ass nigga, first of all.
Yeah, Steven is like, be more slick.
Yeah, I tried to get the Stephen Has Powers. They wouldn't let me.
They wouldn't let you do it.
There might be another Steven's Got Powers somewhere.
Ronald, where can they find you, man?
You can go to my website. It's Goods by Ron. Goods, spelled normal, BYRAWN.com. And it's got a link to all my social media on there as well.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Stephen McGill and Mr. Ronald Campbell. Give it up.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate you. When we come back, we're going to get into a bunch of just, hot garbage throughout the city. And it's ratchet time, ladies and gentlemen. That's my part. We're coming. When we come back, we're going to pay a couple bills, play a little music. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. That one was unnecessary. Beautiful Lies and Ugly Truth.
We'll be right back.
Just like pressing buttons.